Hello everyone, welcome back to Pikmin. My name is Dario. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get all the parts in the last episode. I was really close though. So, aside from that happening and then also leaving behind a Pikmin for the first time, yeah, pretty much hasn't been too good. Yeah, so it's annoying. Like, I'm really kind of bothered, actually. I ended up converting a bunch of yellows into blues, and they kind of stuck that way. So now the blues have even less numbers, so it's so annoying. But we're just gonna get this last part, and then we'll just spend the rest of the day trying to build up the numbers, I guess. Like, you know, it's... And I guess I'll just get some time to reflect because we're pretty close to the end now. Like, there's only one part left. It's been an interesting playthrough. Like, Pikmin, I mean, they kind of designed this game to be where you can reset if a day goes bad. You know, if something goes wrong or something you dislike, you can reset. Like, there's that flexibility you have with it. And in fact, even in the remake of this, or the re-release rather, on the Wii, they make it much more easier to where you can actually go back in time, essentially. Like, so say you're on day 7, but like things have just been a complete, you know, crap show. You can go back all the way to like day 2 if you want on the same file. Like, you just basically rewind the clock. So they do make this game in the sense of, excuse me, they do make this game in the sense of like, oh, you can, you know, don't stress. You know, don't stress. You have plenty of time, ability, way to do things. And so, yeah, there is that. So to play the game, anyways, so to play the game with just the mindset of like, oh, well, you're not resetting, you know, everything that happens, you know, stays. It's been kind of rough, actually. Like, it's been really kind of hard. Because there's definitely been so many occasions where I just wanted to just redo a day, but... I mean, the reason I haven't... Oh, let me read this real quick. Chronos Reactor. This reactor changes permutations in the space-time continuum into pure energy. Basically, it's like a big rubber band. I have recovered 29 out of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. So, the dolphin looks complete. It looks just like it did way back at the beginning of the game, you know, before we crash landed. So, yeah, it looks great. But as I was saying that, yeah, to play the game in a sense where you don't have the ability to redo a day or things like that, it's like I said, it's really tough. And there's been so many times I've wanted to reset, you know, do things differently, and just not being able to has been, yeah, hard, because I would honestly restart that whole day just to not leave that Pikmin behind. But I guess it is, like, more realistic in a way, and I think it makes each, like, death of Pikmin, like, just that much more harder. I really don't have anything else to do. As you can see, we still got almost the whole rest of the day, so you can feel free to, like, kind of skip this episode or, you know, do something else if you want. I'm not going to waste the day. I'm just going to probably just end up talking and just running about doing things. I'm not going to fight those damn Mollywogs. Fortunately, they're really the only enemies left that we can get something out of, but I'm not going to bother with it. Oh, we got this blowhog. You know what? Let's go after this. Yeah, so it's been a really interesting playthrough, and I hate to say that because it sounds so generic, but it has. Because I've played this game for, crazy enough, it came out in 2001, it's been almost 20 years, and I've never had a playthrough like this in all the times I've played it, and it's been really fun, and I'm glad to have showed it. And as well, what I was gonna say is the reason I did it as such, the reason I did this playthrough as such, because I wouldn't find it fun to, like, oh, like, So I'm gonna you know, like say something goes wrong and I reset the day and then I have to pretend, you know, like, hey everybody, welcome back. Oh, today we're gonna do this. Like I already know, you know, like I already know what's gonna happen. I already know, like my plan and stuff. So I wanted to do everything like a straight shot. Like everything that you're seeing is legit, like that day of. Now, obviously, there's no way of proving it. You know, I can't prove it to you that like I haven't reset. You just kind of have to take my word for it. But, I mean, you saw some of the losses I've had, you know, in this playthrough. Like, you know, I mean, I guess it's possible things could have gone worse. But what's also pretty likely is that, yeah, no, you know, everything that happened, you know, did happen. So, yeah. Give a chance to explore the area some more. Like I said, like feel free, honestly, you can skip this episode to the next one, because I'm just gonna walk around and just take a look at this area, because it's been such a bum rush that we've been here. And, you know, next few episodes, I mean, there's going to only be a few episodes left at this point. A couple, actually. Because, surprise, surprise, you know, people already tuned out, so they're not going to see this. There is actually one more area of the game left. And you can only get that, you can only go to that area if you've collected every other part. So, that'll be fun. But this area of the distant spring, it's definitely the biggest pain in the ass. You saw how difficult it was. Granted, I made things a little bit more difficult by facing the Smoky Prog or going after the, what was I gonna say? Going after the Wallywogs the way I did, but, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it goes. You know, I'm not a professional. And hell, I think even speedrunners, like, probably don't do much better. You know what I am gonna do though? Let's see. I do have a lot of yellows because I ended up converting a lot accidentally. So what I might do is convert some to reds with that up there. So let's do that. All right, you guys can come back now. You know, I could try to fight a Wallywog, but it's really going to result more in death. So we're going to leave you guys here. Pull out about 30 yellows and convert them. If that even. I mean. But also, you know, I didn't get a chance to talk about it much, but the candy pop buds. We actually had to use them to get a part in the last episode. And we've seen them before. We saw them, I think, first in the Forest Naval. But we didn't really have much of a reason to use it, so... you know, didn't really elaborate on it. Let's see. And so... yeah, we're going to convert some of these yellows. Okay, well, if you're gonna play like that. But I think what's interesting too is about doing this playthrough is, especially at this point, like, you know, you're playing a game that like not a lot of people can play. Like until this gets like ported to like the, you know, eShop of I was gonna say the Wii, the Switch eShop. You know, this game's kind of like locked away. I mean, granted, it is on the Wii U eShop. If you do have a Wii U, you can play it yourself. Although you're playing the Wii version of it, not the GameCube one like I am. That's good enough. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this yellow back over here. So, but to be I mean, also to be frank, a lot of people have done playthroughs of this on emulator, on GameCube. I'm not anything exclusive. In fact, I think something that's really popular now with this game is like randomizers. think I've seen that as a thing, like randomizing the parts or layouts of parts. So, you know, that's what's happening with a lot of classic games, like with Ocarina of Time and other stuff. But I really wanted to do this because it felt like a good time of year, like kind of the end of summer. Ooh, be careful, do not fall down there. End of summer, and it kind of ended up going a little bit over just because I've gotten delayed. Like at the time of recording this, it's currently October, but you know, I mean, early October is still like not so spooky. To me, in my opinion, it kind of gets more spookier like later end of the year. So we reached our goal. We got 200. We got 200 of the reds. I mean, we kind of cheated a little bit, but I mean, who's counting? And so, as far as the blues go, though, as far as the blues clues, though, let's see, we got 67. I need 30 blues just to break even. You know what? I don't want to do it. I'm gonna end up killing them, but I don't think there's any other enemies left that I could kill to try to get something. I ended up killing everybody. As grim as that is to say. I mean, there was a pellet for like 10, but it's not going to give me a lot of blues, so you know, decisions. Is it worth it to try and bolster the blues by... what the hell, let's do it. I got nothing else. Got nothing else to live for. So we'll stick with 14, and I'm feeling pretty confident. I feel like we could do it. Not when there's fucking grass, though. And surprisingly, you know, funny enough, this enemy has been like the bane of my existence, like, for most of this series. Oh boy. Aw, man. Lost 2. We really lost 2. Wow. Can you come back here, you ass? Like, man, this enemy is definitely, like, dreaded. I think even in the second game and later games, like, they make it a little bit easier to defeat him. I think that strategy that I talked about before of, like, swarming him and it kind of, like, makes him not be able to jump. I think that's where they integrated that strategy, just to make these things a little bit easier to kill. Because this thing is definitely responsible for a lot of deaths. Oh, okay. We did it. Alright, we'll take that back. And that's just gonna be the only one I'll kill, because I'm not gonna try to do more. But yeah, no, it is a great game, and I mean, I was gonna say I wish people get a chance to play it. I mean, the closest they'll get is like Pikmin 3 is releasing on the Switch, you know, at the time of this recording. But and to me, honestly, I feel like that's probably the better of the games. Like, this game is just, this was made for early 2000s, you know, like, and even still, like, it actually is quite a short game. Like, it isn't as long as games of the other, you know, as games nowadays. I feel like Pikmin 3 is probably the best game to, like, out of the series to put on the Switch, only for the audience. I mean, like, for the audience, you know, the actual audience of kids, because I mean, face it, I mean, these things are made for them. These games, I mean. So I feel like you're really not missing much by not playing it yourself. I mean, honestly, you're just saving yourself a lot of, like, yelling and anger. So we got 76. 1075. Actually, we're really close. We're really close to... Kind of wish I could get some more numbers bolstered, because we almost got all of them. Or we almost got the 200. Are you? Oh my god, of course this game did this to me. Of course. Of course I'm like 5 away. Hold on, let me... Oh, I'm not gonna have enough time to do anything. Come over here, I'm so close. No. Man. I think I'll still be able to do it. I think I'll still... like I said, I still got one more area, but I'm really close. 5 away, man. Like, I already lost 1 Pikmin. Like, I gotta deal with that on my record. I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again just because we got a little bit of time. You know, it is possible to beat this game without losing a single Pikmin. It just takes a lot of... excuse me. It just takes a lot of days. And, a lot of time. Like, and also a lot of resetting. Because if you lose a Pikmin, you know, you kind of just... you know, return to previous save. So, I really don't feel like it's worth it. I mean... maybe back then when there wasn't a lot to do, but I mean with all the games we have now, all the movies, just everything that's at our fingertips, you know, I feel like it's not really worth it to try to do a perfect run. Maybe if you love the game so much, like, I'd say go for it, but it's a lot of time. It is spending a lot of time doing it. So let's see what Olimar says. He's probably just gonna give us a diary entry of an enemy. Oh, actually, at last, but a single part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, the dolphin's power is near capacity. In the forest depths below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly, this is my final trial. My life support fails in 13 days. Courage. So... wow, I almost sprouted, like... I almost sprouted 1,000 Pikmin? That's not bad, actually. I don't think I've ever gotten the numbers that high. Interesting. I mean, I've lost almost 300, but that's a lot of Pikmin I've made. So, as Olimar said, there's one more area of the game left, and it's called the Final Trial. It holds only 1 part, and as you can see, like, there's like... when you unlock this last area, like, you just see the meteor shower in the background. And yeah, as I said too, you have to get every part before 30 days in order to unlock this area. So that's where we're going to be touching down next time. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. You know, once again, thank you for being with me on this journey, and we're very close to the end, so I'll see you guys soon.